So you do believe Jesus, God, created all of us?
I believe there's a God, but I don't know which one.
Do you think Jesus is an alien?
Probably because we never seen him or her. Did you see any God in reality yet?
To be honest, I believe I have.
Really?
I believe the closest thing that comes to God in our reality is through art. And I believe that artists are the closest things that can channel some kind of godly essence. Welcome back, everybody. We are live here in Taipei, Taiwan. The year is 2024, and we are here on the Beyond the Hustle podcast, produced by Madam Vision, recorded here at Core Cultural Studios. I'm here with a really very engaging, interesting, eclectic guest by the name of Angela Bu, who is a Taiwanese Aborigine OG, shamanistic DJ, musical artist, and founder of an amazing company called Airplane Mode, TW. We're gonna get into a little bit of her story, her background, and of course, how she came to create some of the amazing initiatives and projects that she currently embarks on. But I do feel like she's from what I've been told and what I've seen and what I've heard, even from the producer Armel behind the show, that she is an embodiment of the Beyond the Hustle mentality and spirit. So I'd like to welcome Angela Bu to the show. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Ivan.
How are you, Angela?
I'm pretty well. Thank you for inviting me.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Of course, you know, we're both half Aborigine, Aboriginal, or as in Chinese they say, 原住民.
原住民.
What does 原住民 mean?
原住民, it means we basically live, our original people, they basically live in this land first.
And translate 人住民 for me. What does 人 mean?
原 is like original, 住 is like a leaf, 民 is people. Original people live in this land.
Wow, so it's a direct translation.
Yeah.
Very cool. And what tribe are you from?
Taiwan, 泰雅族.
The Taiya tribe.
Tribe.
What's that tribe like? What part of Taiwan is that tribe from?
We are in the north. Yeah. East and north.
So this is a mountain tribe?
Mountain tribe, Yilan.
Oh, in Yilan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
You ever been to Nang Ao?
Nang Ao, I've never been.
Yeah, so we live in Nang Ao, and then we have seven villages.
Really?
So every villages have one elementary school, but they have just 7 elementary schools total, and then 1 junior high school. Yeah.
Very cool. My mother comes from, and my grandmother, they grew up in Yilan, in Tochang.
Oh.
So near Waiyao Beach.
Yeah.
You know what tribe that is? What tribe that's from in that area?
Tochang mostly not tribe there.
Okay.
Last tribe. Tribe is all in the mountain.
So you're even north of Tochang, more north?
Yes, more north. Yeah, it's almost, you can go into Hualien. Yeah.
And when you say you're half, your father or your mother is?
My mother is the 100 Aboriginal. So I'm come from my mother.
What does that mean, 100 Aboriginal?
So she's mom, and her mom, her dad is Aboriginal.
Oh, so this is a long line.
Yeah.
Descendants.
Yeah. And
from these mountain tribes.
Yes.
So I'd imagine, were you born in that area? Did you grow up in the north of Taiwan?
Actually, I born in Taipei.
Okay.
Yeah, but my whole cousin, my mom's mom and dads and grandma, grandpa, everyone, they live in mountain.
So what was that like being a city girl and your mother is from this, ancient heritage? What was that like for you growing up?
Before like 4 years old, I live in the city, but after 4, we moved back to the mountain. So
wow.
So my memory is not really in the city.
Really?
Yeah.
So from 4 to what age were you in the mountains?
4 to all the way to the junior high school, so 4 to 14,
Right.
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
And what was that like? What you're in a mountain, like a farm? Is it a house? What was it like?
They have a few houses, so
it's a village.
the village is like the school. When you come to the village, you will cross to the police station and then to the school. And then they have a gate. Up there is the train trail. So you go in. So every time I go in, my uncle will push the laba. Yeah.
What's that?
The car speaker.
Oh, the horn?
Yeah.
The horn.
Car speakers. That works.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you go in, you can see whole the village, like a circle, very small.
Wow.
And then they have a main road and then the other two roads. And then go up into the other village.
Wow.
So we are basically in the Uta village.
Okay, that's the name of the village, Uta. Uta.
Yeah.
And from 10 to 4, and so from 4 to 14, what kind of experiences did you witness, did you live through in this environment?
In this environment, everybody know each other. So no secret in this village, basically. Everybody know everyone and then live with your cousin. My house basically have my uncle, my auntie, my 3 cousins' brother is their sons. And I live with them because my mom live in Taipei to working. And then back here, the other house is my grandma, grandpa, my mom's mom and dad. And then back here is another auntie, uncle, and then their son.
Wow, what a family.
So, yes. So they have the other house up there is my mom's sister.
Right.
And then they have her husband. Yeah, so you can basically fight each other. Everybody lives so close.
Wow.
So no matter we argument or we eat, dance, or watch TV, we all do this together.
Right.
Yeah.
And even at that time when you were growing up, were you always the musician in your family?
No.
Who was the musician in your family? Who was the party person?
Everybody.
Really? What do you mean by that?
Because when you woke up, they already party. They are party already.
How?
Yeah, they are just drinking and talking, dancing, singing all the time.
Really?
Yes, they are just like that.
This is just the culture.
Yeah.
Would you say this is your tribe's culture, or would you say most Aborigine culture like this?
Most Aboriginal like this.
So they wake up with this like energy, this love for life.
Yes.
So you remember being young and you were already waking up and people are dancing and singing?
Singing, dancing, or just walk to the work and dancing. Yeah. And then knock your door and singing and wake up like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Just like a high energy and whatnot.
Very high energy.
So now you're 14.
Yeah.
You're kind of in this experience with your Aborigine roots. Did you realize how unique that world was compared to the city yet?
Oh, in the world, Aboriginal world, it's very simple. Everything simply. We don't have McDonald's or Kentucky's. We just have a very little store. Yeah, and people doesn't really care about money or work. Yeah, even though they go to work, they come back, they just drinking and talking and go sleep. Very simple. So compared to in the city, everybody is kind of intense and then very quickly just chasing to something.
We call that the hustle.
Hustle, yeah.
Just like New York City, right?
Yeah.
Or Taipei,
Hustle.
or Paris or London. It's the hustle bustle.
Yes. Yeah, it's quite like they couldn't stop to see themselves. I feel it. Yeah, and then sometimes the people in the city, mostly they are not. I don't know. Are they really happy or not? Because I barely saw them singing or just dancing on the road.
Right.
Yeah.
What made you decide, like from 14? What was the big transition? So from 14, did you leave and come back to Taipei?
No. After 14. It's junior high school and senior high school, right?
Right.
And senior high school, we moved to Luodong, so it's more like small city,
Right.
still in the Yilan,
Right.
not in the Taipei. So my whole family, my dad, my mom, and me, we moved to Luodong because my dad worked in there.
Okay.
So the senior high school, I go there, Luodong.
Right.
Yeah.
And then from Lodong, eventually or I'm trying to find out when was that point for you where you realized, you know, I want to be
in the city.
I want to become a musician. I want to become a creative. You know, I want to tell a story through my music from my origins. Is there a point where that clicked for you?
Yeah, that was really late, not even in my childhood.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I don't have this idea from before. I don't know I will be the musician, I will be the DJ. I don't even know what can I do before.
Right.
Normally, like the kids doesn't even know.
Right.
Yeah. So when I turned to 25,
okay.
Yeah, I was working in a club. Yeah, for 5 years or 6 years, I couldn't remember.
Right.
And then
just flew by, right?
Yeah, flew by.
You were working in the club. Boom.
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah, five years.
Just like.
Yeah, I didn't plan to do that for 5 years, but all the coworkers, they are so nice. And then in that time, I also have side job like showgirl in the exhibition,
Right.
and then shooting model, live streamer,
Right.
and then KOL.
Right.
Yeah, so I do this job together sometimes, and then it's kind of fun and enjoys different characters you can play.
Right.
Yeah, so they have a lot of experience of facing to the people. Yeah, and then like all the different people. I think it's very interesting. Yeah, and working in a big club as a shopping girl, you can see a lot sides.
You learn a lot about human personalities.
Yes.
You learn about different characters and how they interact with each other, right?
Yes.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. And then one time before the pandemic, before the lockdown, one of my friends brought me to another club. This club is underground and then in Taiwan. And then I walk in, literally no any tables, no shopping trends. It's just a huge bar and chairs and dance floor and DJ. That's it. Very simple. And then the music is very different than the big club. It's very simple melody and bass.
Okay.
Just like techno music.
Okay.
So that's why where I first started singing the techno music, listening to techno music, and singing this underground club. And then underground club is basically not play popular music. Yeah. So the music is a little bit different.
Right.
But right now, if you go to the big festival, people play the techno and house now. But before 4-5 years, no one play.
Oh, so this was for you, this was like a moment, you never heard anything like this before.
Yes.
This was like a kind of shift. It was a switch turned on in your head.
Yes. When I walk in the club, everything changed.
Wow.
Yes.
And what happened? So take me through that journey. How did that then put you on a new path?
It's very different because you were walking in the big club for 5-6 years.
Right.
And then you walk in that small and very classic, clean club. It's not really like trash, garbage, like underground, like dirty.
Is there a name of that club? What was that called?
It's called it's not underground.
This is in the past, right?
Yeah.
It's no longer.
No, 4 years.
I see what you mean.
Yeah. And the other club called B1, but.
I feel you.
Yeah.
B1. Yeah, I think I remember
and then
that.
The other one, bigger one, is underground or under, I forgot. Sorry.
But it just changed your perspective of like.
Yeah.
Experience. Musical experience, yes. Human experience. So yeah, take me through that. What was that? What did you feel and what did you start to think and imagine?
I just think people can be really simply just come here and dance, and or just talk with your friends. So in this club, people just dance freely and talking and listen to music. No one literally like order something or spend a lot of money or order really expensive bottles and get really, really drunk. And no one really talk anything basically.
So yeah, that's crazy. So it's
very
like
different sides.
So for 5 years, that's very similar to like, when I was in New York City, I was, of course, you have to survive, you have to make rent. So while pursuing my dreams, of course, even I'm working as a mixologist at high-end bars. We're seeing so many people, but you see that it's so run by money, it's run by status, it's run by, the perception of who you are. So like for you, you're in this club. Would you say that you saw these people ruled by money and?
Yeah, I'm very curious. What do they thinking? Why they do this? Like they have so many people out there that need this money, and then they're just
right.
Yeah,
because you're coming from an Aborigine background.
Yes.
The price that someone spends on a bottle could change the life of one of your family members in the mountains, right? And you're just seeing them drink it.
Yeah.
One shot.
Or washing their hands with the champagne bottles. That's insane for me too.
Right. So you really saw a side of people that's almost doesn't make sense, right?
That doesn't make sense for me. But if they're happy, I'm happy for them.
Right. And then you come to this new environment where people are like, don't care about money. Don't
care about what they look. Yeah.
What is it about? What do you think is the connecting piece in that new environment where music is of course, the glue, but what do you think is that connecting piece besides the music?
I think it's the environment is pretty equal. Like everybody is the same.
Oh, equal.
Equal, yes. And you don't feel any competition. Like in a big club, you feel competition champagne. Who orders a lot of alcohol?
I actually never looked at that. So these clubs, these old school bars are fueling the concept of competition. So they're creating a mini environment to have people compete with each other. Who do you think is competing?
In this little club?
In the club culture.
Oh, big club culture. Like this table and another table.
Are competing.
Yeah.
And what are they competing for?
For the how many bottles they order.
Very fascinating.
Or how many beauty girl in their table.
So vanity.
Vanity.
They're competing for vanity metrics.
Yeah, something like that.
Vanity measure. Very interesting. And now you're in this new world, and you said there's no competition.
No.
Describe that. What is that like?
It feels very, very fresh, and then you basically really want to go talk with everyone, and then you can connect with the music very purely, and then you want to dance, you just dance, and then you can talk deeply with the people, and then after that, you met a lot of friends there, and then you learn a lot of things there, also music and everything. And then everybody kind of like grow up together. Really? Yeah.
That's wild. It sounds like almost like you growing up when you were 14 in the mountains.
That's why.
It sounds like your it was like another family
community
knocking on the door, like singing songs, dancing.
Well, that's why.
That's interesting.
That's the connection of the Aboriginal village.
Wow. And then what made you realize, not only do I want to participate, I want to create? Where did that click happen? Was it like a friend say, hey, Angela, do you know how to DJ? Like, how did you pick up the ones and twos?
I think because of this culture, I wanna let more people know this culture. I like this culture. I like this simple idea. And I want to spread this to the world. You don't have to be fancy. You can just be really simple and dance and talk with people. I like this concept. And then this music is simple. Yes.
It's a very minimal approach.
Yeah.
like a very pure, minimal.
I
And
guess.
you know, and I know some of my English words are different but for the audience, it's like a reductionist. We call it reduction, where people are now in this day and age, as we're getting overstimulated by so many points of attention grabbers, whether it's social media, whether it's television, whether it's the internet, whether it's the news. Everyone is so overly stimulated that the human is now responding by reducing the stimulation, right? Reducing your screen time, reducing your exposure and your distractions. So that kind of brings me to the company you founded. So you started DJing, creating a following, throwing your own events that were similar to these events that you love, and then you founded Airplane Mode.
Yes.
TW? What's the full name?
Airplane Mode TW.
For Taiwan?
Yeah.
Or does TW have another?
TW is Taiwan.
Does TW also stand for The Way?
Yeah. TW.
The Way.
No,
I'm
no,
just teasing.
no. Oh,
That
no,
could be
that's
cool.
a good point.
Airplane Mode, The
The
Way.
way.
TW. But anyway, so Airplane Mode TW, talk to me about the philosophy behind that.
Philosophy is I like events. I like people going to a place together to enjoy the music and then just brings everybody together.
Right.
But basically, I went a lot of events already. It's hard to do in the event. So I'm thinking if I really want to do, it's gonna be something meaningful. Yeah. So Airplane Mode, it's like think about something meaningful. So I rather do something like event, but you also remind people something too.
Of a concept.
Quick
question. Before Airplane Mode, how many years or how long were you, from the moment you started creating music and DJing and throwing events and then to Airplane Mode, how long was that?
2 years.
Oh, so you acted on this vision fast.
Very fast. I learned music from 2020 and then Airplane Mode started by 2022 July.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the first event. So we do beach cleanup on the beach and then have DJ there. So everybody who's collecting one bag of trash can change one beer.
Oh, that's cool. I see what you mean. So you're doing events with a kind of charitable, sustainable, kind of good-natured action.
Yes.
So you're rewarding a positive action for the community or environment in your event or your party. And that was the first one. It was like a beach cleanup event plus party.
Yes, first and second one.
So was there a guy who like cleaned up mad trash and got super trashed?
Not really. Yeah, not.
You had a limit? You had like 1 beer, 2 beer limit?
1 beer limit.
Okay, 1
but
beer
I can saw like so many people come so many times. We still give to them.
But encourage it, right? Clean up the beach.
Yeah, and kind of like I like to remind something like that, like we party. Sometimes I party, I feel guilty because there have so many people suffering out there. Like my family or my village, there have so many kids. They don't know what's the outside of world. Yeah, they don't have chance or they just don't know. Or the people have the war in Ukraine or somewhere. Right. So sometimes when I do something, like especially like party or there with people laughing, and then the other side, and I will always think of this way. There was so many trash we create. I feel like we should balance, And then the event you can promote 1 month. Basically, you can promote this concept for 1 month. Beach cleanup, collecting trash. And the other side is, I mean, we are all influenced. So once you promote this thing, and then many people can singing and then let's say maybe they will remember more. Oh, yeah, this world need to clean or who need to help. whole
I
fish
see what you
life.
mean. So it becomes like a cultural thing.
Yeah.
You're creating a new culture for your events,
Mm.
if that makes sense. I know I cut you off a little bit in the past, but talk more about that driving motivation behind the philosophy of Airplane Mode Taiwan.
Mm.
What's your why?
Basically, I have the other reason I do this. It's when I was sorry.
Take your time. Take your time.
Okay. When I was 20 and 21. Again.
It's all right. Take your time.
Always.
I can tell there's passion behind what you're doing, so take your time.
Okay. The internet was like blowing up. They have Facebook, and then they have I faced one thing is like they have an announcement. Well, just attack you online for 2 years. So when you basically you woke up and then you have to open your fan page to see all the negative comment, and then you have to block this, and then but this person doesn't give up. Every day I have a new account. I don't know where it's come from, and then it just ruined my life.
Oh, you had like it was a one person? And it was just like a strange, obsessive person. He was like obsessed or super.
I know who is it. Is that a reason?
I see what you mean.
But you don't have any like evidence to, because it's an announcement, different one. Right. And then, okay, I'm better. Yeah. Right. And then for 2 years, this announcement just go to create so many like group on the social media to saying I'm the people will like grab your boyfriend or your
just
husband.
Trying to discredit your reputation.
Yeah, something like that. And then I was studying in Taipei too. We'll go to my school's page. Or if I work with you, with friend with you, he will go to your page, say I'm saying something bad to you, and then 21 years old, and then you like to make friend, and then all of my friends just, they just don't, they're far away from me. I don't know why.
I see what you mean.
It just like become like real, even though that's not real.
Right.
Yeah, but it feel real because the people singing, and then they just, I don't know, they believe it or not. They just don't want to hang out with you anymore.
Right.
Yeah, and then the announcement will go to my family too. My sister is younger than me, 11 years old. Right. And then that time my sister just like 11, 10 years old, and then she even like received the message like saying your sisters were like not the truthful things, and then my sister like really brave to reply the announcement like you that just protect me.
I see what you mean. So you feel like
I feel really like mad about this. Like this can really destroy people's life. Yeah.
Like I see what you mean. So if I can understand correctly, because I know what you've been through, maybe there's many people watching who've been through similar things. Because I think when you're in the public, and you're doing things in the public, so to say, with the power of the internet, it does create a sense of a new type of vulnerability for people, right? Because you're a creator, you're doing your best to find your way, and in this example, it hit close to home, right? Mm-hmm. How did you get through? How did you heal and put positivity on that?
It's hard, but I think the most important is the people surround you. They always have 3-4 friends that will stick with me.
So you had a really close friend group.
I have to thank them.
That helped you get through this dark time.
Yes. So no one can help you. No one can change this situation. It just continue. And then they trust me. And then they will fight back for me. So I feel really warm.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Shout out all the people holding your friends down. All the people who are, brothers and sisters that are not necessarily brother or sister by blood, but that's really community, right? And from that, do you feel like you created a new community, or you started to change? Like, tell me about what happened in that time.
2021, I'm not a musician and I'm not a DJ, so all is my classmates. And now, like, we still talk, but now I have the other community all about DJs, music.
Oh, so you reinvented yourself.
Yeah.
You feel like you transformed.
Totally transformed. Even my English before 3 years ago, I don't understand any of English. I met a group of friends. They transformed me because they are all teachers. And then I walk in that space. They are just talk very confidently.
Right.
Very confidently. And then I didn't see these things before ever, and then I go back. I feel really mad. I cannot talk with like that, and then I write down everybody's name, and then write down their personality, and then just do the homework by myself. And then I just I hope myself can be like them, talk like them, confidence and flowing. So from that time, I started to very close to those kind of people because I know they can change my life. I just know, and then I know I can learn a lot from them. Yeah, so I stick with them until now.
You started, I guess in English we call mimic or imitate.
Imitate.
And I saw we've been talking about it because it's been recent. There's been a recent podcast with Joe Rogan, Peter Thiel. He's one of the founders of PayPal. But in that pod, he talks about human beings' ability to imitate extremely well. And that might be the human being's superpower.
Yeah.
Is our ability to imitate. And of course, we know imitation is the mother of learning, where the father of learning is repetition. So imitation and plus repetition creates learning.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me what you learned in this time.
I learned about like every day why you feed yourself, you become what kind of person.
What you feed, you become what you eat.
Yeah, you become what you eat.
Metaphorically too.
Yes.
Not just physically, but
no. What you see on your phone, what you reading the book, what kind of friend you met. So in the nightclub for 5-6 years, what I living, I become what kind of person, right? I don't have knowledge like they have the other word like that. I can learn from other things. I can go try ask them. I can do that. So I met this new group of people that opened my mind. I want to become like them. Maybe I should change my environment so I close to them. So I learn from them. So I become more like them.
That's crazy.
So if you woke up,
in a good way.
Yeah, you woke up, you eat clean, you eat fresh. Basically, you change like very fresh and clean and happier. Yeah.
Do you know about Plato's allegory of the cave? Have you heard of this?
Sorry, no.
So Plato, the Greek philosopher,
Plato.
He has a thing called allegory of the cave. And it's also later then becomes, my mother always told me about the story, the frog in the well. Have you heard of the frog in the well story?
I kind of heard this. Can you?
So the idea is that, of course, people who know this, but I'll explain it for any listeners. The allegory of the cave is that there are several slaves chained inside of a cave, and they're facing a wall. But the only light source they have is at the top of the cave. And they've been chained since they were born to face this wall.
Yes.
So the only perception of their reality comes from the shadows, from the light source behind them, on the various objects in the cave. So their whole life, they've only looked at the wall and have only seen shadows, and they've begun to believe that this is the reality of the world. Now later, when you take one of those slaves or those chain and you unchain them, and then you bring them out, and then you see where the light source is coming from, there's another moment of realization, because first you realize I've been staring at a wall my whole life, and then you realize, but wait, there's light coming through the top. But mind you, the person hasn't left the cave yet.
No.
Because you still have to go out.
Yeah.
Now, what is outside is now currently the debate or the conversation that I think we're all having as humans, because it's a metaphor. What is outside of that hole? Is it aliens, right? Is it spirituality? What is the truth beyond this hole, this hole or this cave that we're in? This world, right? What do you think it is?
I think the world is huge. If you don't go out there and meet different kind of people, you won't know. Don't know anything. And sometimes, we just stay in the wall for really, really long, and then we just feel, this is it. I can do anything. I can just do this job. Or I don't know how to do that. I can just do this. But this is not true. Yes, everything, like you can start from the zero to the point like you want to get, I think.
What do you think is your true north? Is there something that kind of keeps you in alignment with your core belief?
I believe that everybody just live one time, and if you want to choose like how your life can be, I always think this question a lot. I ask myself, how can my life can be? How can I do in my life? Do you want to choose to stay like this forever, or you want to do something different, or just simply be happy? So beyond this simply be happy, I'd rather just be happy. So everything you do, you have to feel happy. You're happy to doing this. You're enjoying to doing this. So I believe once you're happy, the people around you and everything will be alive. So this is happiness. For example, I bring everybody together, bring this event. That make me feel happy. Yeah, and then people's feedback, and then you saw people come here, that's really happy. Yeah, you feel like, you create some community, and the people actually like this idea too. Or you play the music, after one people come to you, say, thank you, you saved my night or my days. You feel happy. You feel like, you create something that people need it and want it. Yeah.
And could you share examples of how that experience then changed your life? So like when you do throw an event like that, or you create a situation where people are maybe elevating their energy, can you share like a specific experience where then that might have then reflected back to you and then elevated your energy?
For example, last weekend I went to the beach, and then the beach have trash, and then no one really wear a bikini, just me, my friend and me, and no one really play the water. Some people just go there taking a lot of photo, or not really, just non-stopping photo. And then even my friend feel weird, two of us wearing the bikini and then play with the water. And then I told her, we're not weird. Like, think about it. If this is the beach. If we don't do this, no one will do this. But if we started to do this, people singing, maybe they want to do this. So you can just be yourself. What do you want to do? You don't have to like always think about what other people will think. If you want to make everybody happy and together, you want to make this world happier, cleaner, you're doing by yourself first. Just don't feel strange. And then people see you do this and then feel you. They will start to come closer to you. That's where everybody just doing this together. Yes, so that's why you can change your environment. Like everybody do the same thing and then you feel happier. Yeah, and you don't feel strange anymore because no one taking photo, no one play the phone anymore. See? Yeah, so I think this is...
I see. So at the root too, no airplane mode is a movement that you've created to bring people into the moment.
Yes.
What's your definition of that moment? What is that moment?
The moment is very simple. I want people to back to the life doesn't have internet.
Really?
Yes, but it's hard because some new generation, they have internet.
They're born in a new allegory, in a new cave.
They already
the new cave is the internet.
Yes, new cave is the internet. So it's sometimes it's hard to explain to them. Without the internet, how can you do? The definition, I want to explain this. Without the internet, how can you do? How can you connect with your friend without the internet? This is back to our generation. We use phone. We write a letter. We writing. Actually, you pen and writing. Yeah, so it's very, very simple. And then without the screen, and how do you entertain yourself? Yeah, like when you go out, ride bike, or watch sunset, or just go knock your friend's house door. Yeah. But now it's like not many people do this.
Right.
So I really want to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
So you want to go back.
Yeah, I want to go back.
Or bring those past know-how or cultural. So you want to bring pre-internet back to present internet.
Yes.
What do you think will happen?
It will be a huge challenge because you cannot tell people stop playing your phone, but we can let them know like how can you healthily use your digital, healthily use your phone to do not let your phone take whole word about your word. The phone is the phone and you is you. Yeah, basically you're yourself and your phone is a lot of things on there, distraction, and then everything on there. So airplane mode's definition is kind of like remind people and then educate the new generation how to healthily use your digital platform. Become efficient you can be, what kind of people, and then what kind of thing you follow on your phone, like to be smart to choosing what kind of thing you feed yourself. Yes.
How do you feel about this next 10, 15? Because as you're, I'm gonna be a little contrarian, as you're creating this movement to bring the past to the present.
Yes.
Of course, there's a strong wave that's bringing the future to the present. And the future is all signs are pointing towards cyborg, human technology interface. Elon Musk just had the successful second patient of his playing Counter-Strike with his mind, right? Playing a video game with no hands. So the chip is inside. Second successful chip installation.
That's
now,
pretty dope.
It's pretty dope.
It's dope.
So I know you're kind of at a crossroads because you're a DJ.
Yeah.
And I know it's crazy, but in the future, we might have DJs playing music
without a hand.
Without hands, exactly, without hands, and the audience is going to be completely Wi-Fi connected or whatever in their brain. But that goes against being able to go airplane mode. What happens if you have a chip in your head and you no longer can turn airplane mode on? What do you think happens?
I think you just put your device side there, put aside.
I'm talking about if the device is in your brain.
In your brain. Can you just shut it down?
I don't know. This is very new technology. Nobody knows. Are you going to get the chip or no? Do you implant a chip in your brain or not?
No.
You don't do it?
No.
Interesting. That's going to be a question for a lot of us. Because we're going to start seeing people, just like in the past, when somebody says, are you getting an iPhone? Or staying to the landline?
Yeah.
Do we stay behind or do we go forward?
We don't get that clip in our mind. It's not like we are not move forward. We just don't want this whole thing take over our life. But we can manifest those AI technology, but also keep your simple and your pure action to do things by yourself with your own brain, your own hand, your own eyes, your own body. Otherwise, no matter who create this body, it will feel like really wasted.
Who or what do you think created us?
My mom.
Let's take it back.
Take it back.
Let's take it back all the way. Who or what do you think created all of us?
Jesus.
Jesus?
Yeah.
Do you believe in Jesus?
I grew up in the village. We go to the church.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do believe Jesus, God, created all of us?
I believe there's a God, but I don't know which one.
Do you think Jesus is an alien?
Probably, because we never seen him or her.
Really?
Did you see any God we're talking about in reality yet?
To be honest, I believe I have.
Really?
I believe the closest thing that comes to God in our reality is through art. And I believe that artists are the closest things that can channel some kind of godly essence. And I could be wrong. I could be biased because I'm an art dealer. You know, I'm in the art world. But I'm sure that, you know, God works in many creative ways, right? What's the closest thing that you've seen that you thought that was something else? That's beyond reality. Did you ever have an experience like that?
Yeah, sometimes some people say something, you feel like God is talking to you.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you give me an example?
Sometimes when you face some decision and you are very struggling for days by days, and then in somewhere you will cross some corner or go to talk somewhere or someone play some music and then the answer just come from there.
Interesting. See, we call that synchronicity or the omens or like a sign. So you feel like that happened? That's happened to you before?
That's the God talking to you, talk to you.
When you get messages from certain places.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example? Was there like a moment like you're like, boom. You're like, that's the sign or that's the message I've been waiting for, so to say.
The moment.
Is there a lot? Does it happen a lot in your life or a little bit?
I think there's a lot. I couldn't remember any right now.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you see yourself as spiritual? You feel like there's some spiritual guide to the work that you do?
I think everybody have this ability to feel the things. Yeah.
Intuition.
Yeah, intuition.
What's your definition of intuition?
Very good question. I think that's called your faith.
Faith.
Your faith. What do you believe? Yes. And I believe I believe these people, the people in the world, the people's humanity, the naturally humanity, is not kill people or the people that's also the humanity, kill people. Yes, but I believe the community powerful, and then the kindness, these things, the positive things, and then you work hard, you get something, you can get what you want. Yeah, those kind of
What's next? What's next for you now? Is there something you're manifesting now?
Yes.
Do you believe in manifestation? Is that a real thing? Is that a real power?
Yes.
Manifestation?
Manifest.
What does that mean to you?
I feel the manifest, to me, it's sometimes you imagination the things in your mind, and then you create in the reality.
Right.
That's very manifest.
Right.
Yes, that become very manifest, and then it's very powerful.
Right.
Once you can create the things in your mind.
I mean, you said it yourself, right? It took you 2 years from an idea to reality,
yes.
Even for your airplane mode. I think there's a lot of people who are watching this too, who are in that point where they want to manifest something, and maybe they know exactly what they manifest, but they might not have the courage or the confidence.
No.
But what's your take on that?
Before I don't have confidence too. Like, I don't know how to talk English with people. I don't know how to talk. So I just go back to do a lot of homework. There are so many material you can learn from internet now.
Right.
Yeah, so many YouTube video you can go online to research.
Right.
I mean, what do you want to learn is all on the internet right now.
So you do. So there is some good sides of the internet. It's tricky. It's two sides of a coin, right?
Yeah, it's two sides, so we need to find balance.
Right, but that goes back to what you said too. Like, what are you using it for?
What are you using for? What do you feed yourself for?
Right.
Yeah.
What's next right now that gets you excited about the future? Is there something you're working on or manifesting that's coming up that you're allowed to share right now?
In the future, I'm very looking forward to bring airplane mode's next project. Is we really want to do like the retreat, just
airplane mode retreat experience.
Like,
that sounds kind of dope.
Basically, no phone.
Right.
No phone anymore. The real airplane mode.
I know some people who have attended some of these type of retreats before, like 3-day, 4-day, going into the mountains, going to the jungle with maybe Aboriginal tribes.
Yes.
Aboriginal tribes, and you just turn off.
Turn off or give to us. We keep from you.
You're thinking of creating this kind of experience?
Yes. Yes. How insane that we have to do this right now. Like, we have to actually help people to tell them, give me your phone. Let's do this together. But
that's crazy.
That's really crazy, right?
Right.
They cannot do it by themselves. Even me, I cannot do it by myself. Sometimes in my home, I have to do work. I have to put my phone in the closet.
Since I started this podcast, since me and Armel started this podcast, I think our screen time is up.
Yes.
we gotta go into airplane mode ourselves, right?
Yeah, upside down. Sometimes I do airplane mode, my screen is up because I have to create flyer content. Yeah.
Right, of course. Of course, there's so many amazing perks with the phone and the internet and technology, because I do feel like you can manifest things so much faster.
Yes.
From imagination to visual, that happens a lot faster. And of course, with AI now, it's even faster.
Yes.
Do you think there's going to be a point where we achieve telepathy? You know what telepathy is? So telepathy is the English word for literally can communicate with your mind or your thoughts.
Oh.
Right? And there's many people, many religions, many occult practices who believe that humans have this power before technology. Some people call it intuition. Some people call it being psychic.
Psychic.
But now I think technology wants a piece of that market share. They want a piece of the psychic pie.
Yeah.
Do you think we will become telepathic with technology?
Become like that. You can choose to become like that or not. You can choose what you want to become, right? So everybody can choose. You choose.
For real, for real. So as we kind of fade out, I want to ask you a couple more questions about what I call peak phenomenon. You know, there's a thing called the Maslow hierarchy of needs. It's a big inspiration for this show because as you take care of some of these human needs like food, shelter, self-esteem, belonging, security, as you go higher, you start to become what they call self-actualized, which essentially means you know yourself and you are reaching your highest potential in this time that you're here, your highest self. Do you feel like you're on that journey? Is there a higher version of yourself that you're trying to pull into this reality?
I feel like every step I take, I'm already in my higher myself, close to. And then I don't really care about the end, what's in the end up there. I think the journey is the most important things. We have to enjoy it, like in every steps.
And what does the soundtrack for that journey sound like?
It sounds like you're always learning. Yeah, you're learning a new language.
I tried to give you an alley-oop. That's where you say, go to my SoundCloud link.
Yeah.
No,
go to my sound. Yeah, don't forget to
because your music is very cool. I gotta say, your
SoundCloud
music
link.
is very cool. How would you describe your music, your art, your sound?
I have so many different tastes, like house and techno.
Right.
And then sometimes it depends what time you play, what kind of song, and then what environment will you play. Yeah, sometimes I feel like, the people need to higher intense, and I play techno. Sometimes I'm in the nature campsite, I play organic house, Afro house. And then,
so you kind of curating the sound to the environment. Do you use Aboriginal sounds or instruments or samples?
Yeah.
You do?
I do.
That's
like
cool.
the drum. Yeah. I don't know how to play drum, but I will choose the track have the drum sound.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and the Aboriginal talking.
And when you're in these zones and you're DJing, you're creating, do you feel like you're in a higher version? Are you in a flow state? What is that?
Oh, yeah, the time goes so fast. I can just create one playlist and totally forgot time. And then suddenly it's just sunset. Yeah, and then just in there to remix the song by song, remix this one to that one, this one to that one. I feel like it very flow. You flow to everywhere, and then just feel like nothing can stop you.
That's dope.
You can do everything.
That's dope.
Yes.
Do you feel that you channel love into your music? What does love mean to you?
Love.
Because you know how you go to a restaurant and you just know that the chef made the food with love or some kind of energy, some kind of positive vibration or frequency. Do you feel like you channel that in your music?
Yes.
So what does that mean to you? What is that to you?
I feel like you can express all your emotional into your music. Yeah, one time my uncle died, and then in the morning I went to the funeral, but in the afternoon I go straight to the festival to play. So the emotional is really strong, and I play so many songs what he loved. I mix the song what he loved. I wear his vest, Aboriginal vest, to play, And then I basically singing and dancing, yelling, just wanna send him to the best place.
That's fire. That's amazing.
So
That's amazing.
I feel that's the love come from, that's the emotional come from your deep down inside. So you create something out there. I think it is how you express yourself, your doubts, your feelings out there. That's love.
Is there something right now that you love doing more than anything else?
Right now, I love to produce music because it's always have sound in my mind, and then I don't know how to make it happen. So now I really want to learn how to produce music. Yeah.
That's fun.
Mm.
Well, I'm sure you're only going to continue to elevate and recreate and redefine those messages and emotions for yourself. Is there something you want to tell people who might be watching this, who are discovering and growing and learning? What would you want to tell people?
I just want to let the people out there know that this world have so many things you can learn from, and then you can choose to be, and then the people you can choose to be with, or the food, or the television you can choose to watch. And no matter what you do, you have to feel you really want to do this, like not like you needed to do this. And then you have to drive this passionate to achieve the things, and then to be the person you want to be. Yeah.
And last question, how did you find that want? How did you discover what you wanted? Do you feel like you did that by yourself, or did it come from something else, or a mix?
I think it's come from something else, also your environment. Because before your young age, you don't even know what do you want. You want everything. You want dance, you want play volleyball, you want be the singer, everything. But when you're older, and then your environment change, and then you will know you're really good on this. Some people doesn't even know they are really good on what certain thing. It's already there, they didn't see. Like my mom too. My mom liked to take care of people. She didn't realize that. But we all see it. And then right now, she wanted to go to the hospital to take care of a patient.
Right.
So maybe the things is you already do this every day. You just needed to be carefully to singing and then take care of yourself.
I appreciate that outlook. I also believe that it's never too late to find what you're truly meant to do and to create here in this time that we have here in this world. And speaking of time, and like you said, time flies when you're having fun. Yeah. It's been a great conversation with you, Angela. I appreciate you taking the time to, come on the podcast and explore some of these ideas and concepts with me.
Thank you.
Let people know where they can find you, where they can follow you, your music, Airplane Mode, Taiwan. Of course, we'll put the links in the description, but let them hear it from you. Where can they follow the journey?
Okay. If everyone like to see me more, you can follow me on my Instagram. It's called ANGELAORBU. Also, Airplane Mode is called Airplane Mode, and then /TW.
The way.
The way. The other way.
When's the next event? When's the next Airplane Mode event?
I'm planning to do next Airplane Mode on September. Maybe we'll be searching on the beach in Danshui.
That's dope.
Again, beach clean up. I want to go back to that beach.
That's dope.
Yes.
We might have to pull up. We might have to see what's good.
Yes, come.
Thank you so much, Angela. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Ivan.
Awesome. For everybody back there, make sure you smash that comment, like, subscribe, whatever button you got to press to keep locked in. Stay tuned. We're going to see you on the next one, man. Beyond the Hustle, produced by Madam Vision. We out. Peace out. Very cool, very cool.